Soul Garden.
Hello, Lunar Child, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And this week, two great sponsors, both worth checking out. The first, 2012 Act 2 video, available for immediate download, Mac or PC. This goes into April, May, and June in depth and really gives you a play-by-play of what to expect and coming your way with astro weather. Then, secondly, the Guardian Agency. Now, this would help Cancers more than any sign. I gotta say, they are so appreciative when they hear about this because I am there with you, and whenever your mood shifts, ding, I got a Witecki right there, holding your hand. Cancers love it. You should try it. It's 99 cents for the first week. Go to gatech.me. Now, the Crabs are working on a major quantum leap this month in your career and legacy. Really, it's the way you decide. Really, it's the qualities behind your decisions. What do you bring to the table when you decide something? What are you keeping in mind? What is important to you? It's that little subconscious intention behind the decision that you're having a quantum change in this month with the Sun in Aries. This week, you're going to get to some clarity on just what that is, because talking to Cancers, they haven't quite gotten to it just yet either, to that quantum reason at the bottom, what it is that they're and it comes down to slowing things down. But on Monday, things are too slow. As we start off on Monday, we've got a grand square going on. Cancers won't like this. This is basically fear in four directions, which kind of makes you feel frozen. And that's exactly how it is. Some people call this a grand cross. I don't think it's very holy, so I don't call it a grand cross. Now, in the big earth picture of all this, in the big global consciousness, it comes down to our intuition and God versus ego. So it's ego versus God, and it's our emotional beliefs about how it should be versus practical, creative thinking. So we're in a stalemate here. God versus ego. You know, this is always what mankind is against. So the whole earth is on hold. Now, for the Crabs, the way it hits you personally is a little different, of course. On the one hand, emotions in Sagittarius. All right, that's a biggie in the sense of this is your daily life, how you feel in the moment. Your stomach hurts as a result, your body, your health, all of the above, you name it. So you're really feeling every bump in the road, and I think it's adding a drama to the whole situation. Venus in Gemini is calling and tugging on you to begin to create new faith in yourself, which is the big theme next, or at the end of the year, where I talk about that in the Act 2 videos. It's a big theme coming up. So it is basically your life versus your own faith. Not fun. And on the other hand, it's Neptune versus Mars. Mars is your mind pushing for you to have the right attitude. Neptune is what you feel is really the way it is, but you can't find balance between those. Now, what do you do, Witecki? Nothing. You just try to get to Tuesday. Seriously, that's what a grand square is. And on Tuesday, things all open up. Jupiter rules the day. Boom, I think we're optimistic. Suddenly, there's options at work. There's things to pursue at work. So if work felt like it was a stalemate, not so much on Tuesday. It's feeling different. It's a whole different day. It's like we flushed it down the toilet. This is a yod from God consciousness, right? God giving us the finger. But this is what I call the dilated yod. This is reminding us for a few days, energetically, kind of keeping energies going in the right direction. What's the right direction? Well, quite simply, you know what you really believe. You know what your beliefs are. You're pretty clear on that, says Mercury high up in Pisces. Just be flexible to play it as you go, or play it by ear in your career. Stay true to your beliefs and play it by ear in career. That's what God has to say on the moment. The moon is still on Sag, but I don't think you're feeling it as heavily on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, boom, we spike again. The universe kind of gets a little crazy. Uranus rules the day. This means breakdown, breakthrough. Things in your career can move very quickly, but it comes down to facing fears. That's what's going on here. Fear, 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 fear. It's a big fear factor. Now, big part of it is Venus moving into the house of subconscious. You're getting ready to heal, restore, and balance your own connection to your own inner faith, which means you're going to have to face some weeds. That's what's coming up. The weed engine is starting to build. So there's a subconscious boiling going on. And what it is between these areas. On the one hand, it's between the subconscious, you can't put your thumb on it, and your overall thoughts and attitude. So keeping your mind on track literally is difficult. And the other is trusting, trusting your beliefs, trusting that you're on the right path, trusting that you know enough. So it's really this. Now this granddaddy square here between Uranus and Pluto we haven't seen since 1929. This is the one that brought down the stock market as far as I'm concerned, and it's creating tension. It's forcing us to resolve all fears between these two areas of our life. This is interesting. On the one hand, you've got to step away no matter where you are right now in marriage. It's over and you're starting over right now. If you're in a marriage right now, you're going to have to renew your vows as of now in this year. If you're not one, you're going to get one. No matter what happens, Pluto says it is over the old way Cancers used to marry. And that means you have to be willing to kind of like keep your legacy open. No long-term plans. Decide as you go. Decide as you go. Crabs don't like that because they feel that's the way their whole emotional life is. They don't want their whole career that way too. For a while it will be, says Uranus. All right. Now, if you're watched over by the Guardian Agency, I'll be sending out another slew of past life Witecks. Those turned out to be strikingly accurate last week. But these focus on subconscious fears, false evidence appearing real. Where do you have FEAR going on in your soul? Well, I can tell from your natal chart, so look for your Witecks. Then we move to Thursday, where the universe rattles our bell. Literally. Now, you might have a little bit of an earthquake with marriage and partnership. So that marriage partnership thing kind of comes to be true on Thursday. This rattles these two parts right here. On the one hand, Jupiter in Taurus. So by having marital shift or letting go of the old marriage drama or not letting go of the old marriage drama, which would also cause an earthquake. So either way, the universe is going to rattle. On the one hand, it really rattles where you see yourself in the world. On the other, it rattles your mind. It rattles your thoughts. It rattles your attitude. So it's a rattling day on Thursday. But we've got soul support. Soulmart office hours are live on Thursday. Also Tuesday, if you don't remember. So at 11 a.m. Pacific time, come on down, meet our Lightcast practitioners, our Soulmart practitioners. This is Master One Feather. This is Carolyn Nagel. They're two populars. And now, if you end up on camera, we have a little coupon code. We give you a little discount to Soulmart as a gratitude for sharing your problems on camera. Now, that moves us to Friday, which is actually going to be rather quiet. It's going to be a quiet Friday. The moon is in Capricorn, so that is a grounded vibration, keeping the focus still in relationships, but not in a drama way. The sun is ruled by Venus, so things are very chill. It's a fun Friday at work. Maybe you leave a little early. But you do start to begin a little bit of tension here that's been building for a long time. You're going to face it this weekend, which is the tension between moving forward in your career and what that means for your home and family. Now, truth is, you're not going to know home and family answers for another 3 months. That's what the Act 2 videos are going to tell you in depth and why you're not. But you still have to come to some sort of resolution with career plans where home and family is now. Okay, and that's something I think you just have to kind of use to. Now, we also have SG Live on Friday at 11 a.m. If you haven't come down, this is a lot of fun. I am my funniest. There's a chat room. We've got Carolyn Nagel. We've got Zodiac Director Bernadette Morgan, who is streaming live from Europe, which is really cool that we can bring it all together. And we've got you, our viewers. And if you can't make it live, well, come over the weekend. It is recorded. Then on Saturday, it's a Neptune spacey day. We kind of log into our higher self. It's kind of things are kind of hit and miss. Things feel kind of weird. It's here and there. Really, we're logging in to figure out, are we on the right path, yes or no? You go kind of underground. Your emotions want to be protected. You want to put up your boundaries, maybe only intimate with those you are intimate with. And you start to get resolution here. Most interesting, Mars goes direct after being quiet for a long time. So your mind really comes online. You might suddenly get super chatty. Watch your tongue. I will text that to people. But Mars goes direct, kind of jolts forward, which means your attitude, message, and new attitude now finally goes forward. Then Sunday, it's about commitment. Saturn rules a day. It's time to commit to a career legacy decision. It's time to commit to certain criteria that go into every decision you make. that you're going to look out for your career, and you always make sure you're taking care of it. What goes into a decision, right? That's what you must decide of what goes into a decision. Interestingly enough, everything else wraps up at the same time. The Yod wraps up as far as God consciousness. Remember that was, you know what you believe, just be flexible with what happens next, right? And then this also breaks down, which is, okay, as far as home and family and career is concerned, this is as far as you can go as of now, says the universe. Still, why everything guarded emotionally with trust and intimacy. So it's a real wrap-up weekend when you commit. All right, crab, that's all I have for your 7-day forecast. But as always, I will see you in 7 more. Until then, live, love, be.